welcome you to Midweek Meditation. I'd like to welcome personally today those viewing from Emory University, from Candler, as I received word over the weekend that many of you are viewing. Those all the way over in Beijing and in California, and wherever you are. I want to invite you because we don't get a chance to interact much. Would love to know where you're listening from, whether you be here in Atlanta, or you're in New York, California, in another country. We just love to hear from you where you're listening from, because we're always just so happy to hear that we're reaching you wherever you are. This is a great day. As you can see on your screen, it's a lovely image that Liz has posted for us. I want to spread some love today. Now we're coming up on February in a few days, and you know what that means. Valentine's Day is coming. Many of us used to celebrate it as Black History Month, but we celebrate it all the time now. So gratefully, at least in our own spaces. And we just want to celebrate you today. We want you to know that you are seen, that you are heard. In spite of all that is going on around, we invite you now to be still, to be seen, to be heard, even to be felt, your spirit, your energy in that regard. Let me ask you this question. How did you sleep last night? Did you get some rest? Was your mind full of things that you had to do, things that are about to happen, things that you are anxious about? Okay, I just want to put that on your list. Make sure you get some rest. If you didn't last night, make sure you are intentional about doing it tonight. Next question is, how are you now? This very moment, how are you? I was thinking while I was driving, sometimes in the airport, they have these signs there in certain areas that gauge how you're doing. They want to know if your mood is smiling. They want to know if your mood is just kind of stayed in whatever. If you're in a sad mood, whatever it is. What is your mood right now? It's our purpose here today to lift you up, to make you feel better, to make you happy, at least in this moment, in this space. Regardless of all that's going on, we're going to practice good energy hygiene today. There's such? Yes, there is. We choose today what we will be. Right? Today we choose joy. Come on, just say it with me. Today I choose joy. I choose joy. It's not based on circumstances or things that are happening, but it's a state of mind, state of being that you will find yourself in as joy. There's a scripture in my belief system that says, the joy of the Lord is my strength. I get joy when I think about what God has done for me. I am joyful today. Are you joyful today? Okay. All right. So, what mode are you in right now then? If you're in joy mode, if you just need some encouragement, that's fine. Are you practicing self-care? And that means you're choosing and you're selecting what it is that you're allowing to pass through your gateways. Setting boundaries for yourself, things that you're going to read, things that you're going to take in, that you're going to expose yourself to, even if that means social media, emails, conversations, TV, or even choose. Just as I said before, let's choose joy today. Create spaces for discerning what you want and what best serves you. Okay? Now, since we're going into February, first of all, this is something that we normally don't do. I want to celebrate everyone that had a birthday in January, because we haven't forgotten you. And we also want to celebrate those who have birthdays coming up in February. And that's all a part of us showing love to our neighbor today. Because I think that you need to feel a part of community. Even as we have on the screen, we want to show you some love. Let's go to that next screen too, Liz. As part of our community, we're going to talk about love today and the 4 unique forms of love. They are communicated through 4 Greek words: eros, storge, philia, and agape, and are characterized by romantic love, family love, brotherly love, and God's divine love, right? And in a book that many of you may be familiar with, there are 5 love languages. There are different ways of expressing and receiving love: words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, physical touch. Not everyone communicates love in the same way, and likewise, people have different ways they prefer to receive love. This concept of love languages was developed by Gary Chapman in his book, The 5 Love Languages. The secret of love that lasts. We want a love that lasts, and it doesn't always mean in relationship, okay? But this is where he describes 5 unique styles of communicating love, categories he distilled from his experience in marriage, counseling, and linguistics. All right. So, we all may relate to most of these languages, but each of us has one that speaks most to us. Number 1, words of affirmation. People with words of affirmation as a love language value verbal acknowledgments or of affection, including frequent I love yous. So we're going to tell you today, I love you. We love you. Okay? We compliment you because you are wonderful, so gifted, so intelligent, so beautiful, so handsome. We want to compliment you today. Okay, and the next one is quality time. People whose love language is quality time feel the most adored when loved. When loved ones actively want to spend time with them and is always down for a hangout. This love language is all about giving your undivided attention without the distraction of television, phone screens, or any other outside interference. They have a strong desire to actively spend time having meaningful conversations. Let's talk. Or sharing recreational activities. Is that you? What about acts of service? If your love language is acts of service, you value when one goes out of their way to make your life easier. This love language is for people who believe that actions speak louder than words. Unlike those who prefer to hear how much they're cared for, people in this like to be shown how they're appreciated. Okay? Is that you? Acts of service. Number 4, doing pretty good. Gifts. We all like receiving gifts, right? Gifts is a pretty straightforward love language. You feel love when people give you visual symbols of love. It's not about monetary value, but the symbolic thought behind them. People whose love language is receiving gifts enjoy being gifted something that is both physical and meaningful. The key is to give meaningful things that matter to them and reflect their values, not necessarily yours. All right. 5, physical touch. People with physical touch as their love language like to receive physical signs of affection. That can be a hug. That the touch can be incredibly affirming and serve as a powerful emotional connector. People who communicate their appreciation through this language, when they consent to it, feel appreciated. By this, they value the feeling of warmth and comfort that comes from physical touch. Let me move to this recording. There's a recording that Howard Thurman had, and it says in a recording entitled, We Believe. It reflects upon a passage from 1 Corinthians to elaborate on his understanding of love. He defines love as the experience of being dealt with at a point in oneself that is beyond all the good and beyond all the evil. He notes that the love of God functions as the exemplary love to which humanity should strive towards. His conception of love is not possessive nor transactional. Rather, it is interdependent and comes from the heart. I hope some of that speaks to you. I know I read a lot, but in the flesh of love's life, on the key to everything, in the flesh of love's life, we dare be brave, and suddenly we see that love costs all we are and will ever be. Yet it's only love which sets us free. That's from Dr. Maya Angelou. On the power of love, love is the condition in the healing spirit so profound that it allows us to forgive. On knowing no bounds, love recognizes no barriers. It jumps hurdles, leaps fences, penetrates walls to arrive at the destination full of hope. And then finally, I am grateful to have been loved, to be loved now and not to be able to love, because that liberates. Love liberates. It doesn't just hold, that's ego. Love liberates. It doesn't bind. Love says, I love you. So as we get ready to close this segment out, we want to, and you might get a chance to go back and listen to all that was said there. In these final moments, we have about 2 minutes. Let's sit still in the quiet and reflect on the love in our life, whether it be friends, colleagues, those we encounter. Let's close the circle with love. Give the love that you desire. Give the love that you've always wanted to be a part of your life. Let's breathe in. Say, I am loved. Now say, I give love. And with that today, we're going to go in peace. See yourself as part of this circle of the connected hands. Many, many shapes and forms. But we're all a part of this one divine plan. Let's stick together. Let's love each other. And let's go in peace and serve. We love you today. Again, let us know how we're doing. My name is Maury Allums. You can reach me at mallums@emory.edu. You take care of yourself, okay? And we'll see you on the other side next week. Get some rest. Bye-bye.